In the turbulent era of the Warring States, around to 27 BC, ancient China is fractured into 7 kingdoms locked in ceaseless conflict. The ambitious king of Qin, Yingzheng, dreams of unifying them under his iron rule, forging a single empire from the chaos. Feared and reviled, he has survived countless assassination attempts, enforcing draconian security in his vast, shadowy palace. No one may approach within 100 paces without risking death. Yet, one man earns an unprecedented audience, nameless, a lowly prefect from the Zhao kingdom, orphaned by Qin's armies and honed into a lethal swordsman. Clad in somber black, Nameless arrives bearing the weapons of 3 legendary assassins who have long plagued the king: the Spear of Sky, and the Swords of Broken Sword and Flying Snow. For slaying these threats, he is permitted within 10 paces, the closest any has come in years. Seated before the paranoid monarch, flanked by armored guards and towering candlelit pillars, Nameless begins his tale, unraveling a web of deception, honor, and sacrifice. His first recounting unfolds in vivid red hues, symbolizing passion, illusion, and jealousy. Nameless claims he journeyed to a remote chess house where Sky, a stoic master spearman from Zhao, awaited amid the rhythmic clack of ghost stones and pouring rain. Posing as a challenger, Nameless engages Sky in a mesmerizing duel. Water cascades from the roof like tears from heaven, suspending in midair as their minds clash in imagined strike spear versus sword. In a ballet of lethal precision, Nameless exploits a flaw, shattering Sky's spear and ending his life with a flawless thrust. Victorious, he seizes the weapon as proof. Emboldened, Nameless ventures to a besieged calligraphy school in Zhao, where Broken Sword and Flying Snow, lovers bound by vengeance, have taken refuge. Sword, a philosophical warrior with unmatched skill, practices his art under siege from Qin's advancing forces. Arrows rain down like judgment, piercing the scrolls as students chant all under heaven in defiance. Nameless infiltrates, commissioning Sword to inscribe the character for Sword, to probe his technique. Observing the trio Sword, the fiery Snow, and Sword's devoted disciple Moon, Nameless sows discord. He reveals Snow's alleged affair with Sky, igniting jealousy. Snow, heartbroken and furious over Sword's past infidelity with Moon, confronts him in a crimson autumn forest. Leaves whir like blood in the wind as they duel, Snow's blade grazing Sword in a moment of rage. That night, in a fit of despair, Sword seeks solace with Moon by a tranquil lake. Their liaison a blue interlude of quiet betrayal. Discovering them, Snow storms in, slaying Sword with a devastating strike. Moon, vengeful, attacks Snow in a whirlwind of twin blades, but Snow prevails, leaving bodies amid falling petals. The next day, as Qin's army closes in, Nameless challenges the grieving Snow to a final duel on windswept yellow sands. Her strikes are ferocious, but Nameless's precision wins. He claims her sword and, by extension, broken swords, completing his trophies. The king listens intently, his eyes narrowing with suspicion. This tale of fractured alliances seems too convenient. Rising from his throne, he paces, candle flames flickering like doubts. He counters with his own interpretation, tinted in rational blue, exposing Nameless's story as a fabrication. In truth, the king surmises, Nameless conspired with the assassins. Sky wasn't killed. Nameless staged a non-lethal defeat in the chess house, using a secret technique, death at 10 paces. A strike so precise it can mimic fatality while sparing life. With Sky's spear in hand, Nameless approached Sword and Snow at the school, proposing an alliance. To get close to the king, one must present the weapons of his foes. Sword refuses, haunted by a past failure. 3 years prior, he and Snow breached the palace, slaughtering guards in a frenzy of steel and silk. Sword reached the king but spared him, enlightened by a vision of unity. All under heaven, a world without borders or war. Snow, unyielding in her hatred, her family slain by Qin, agrees to the plot. She wounds Sword to feign his death, then faces Nameless in a staged battle amid golden foliage. Moon, loyal, delivers Sword's blade, but the king sees through it. This was a ruse to arm Nameless for the real assassination. Nameless, cornered, admits partial truth, but reveals deeper layers in a green flashback of memory and enlightenment. Yes, Sky was spared. At the school, amid the siege, Nameless proposed the plan. Snow embraced it, but Sword demurred, inscribing all under heaven on a scroll to convey his epiphany. True heroism lies in ending the cycle of violence, not perpetuating it. Snow, enraged by his mercy, attacks him. With Nameless's help, she inflicts a grave but survivable wound. The next day, Nameless kills her non-lethally before the army, her death a performance. Recovering, Sword confronts Nameless by a thundering waterfall, their duel a symphony of clashing blades on mist-slick rocks. Sword disarms him not with force, but philosophy. The highest swordsmanship is restraint, the greatest victory peace. He etches Jiangxia in the sand, urging Nameless to see the king's unification as salvation from endless strife. Moved, Nameless abandons vengeance. Back in the palace, the king, touched by this revelation, stands vulnerable. He hands Nameless his own sword, acknowledging the wisdom. Nameless, tears in his eyes, chooses mercy for China's future. But tragedy lingers. When Snow learns Sword convinced Nameless to spare the king, she confronts him in white desolation. Their love curdles into a fatal duel. Sword, proving his devotion, drops his guard. Snow's blade pierces his heart. Devastated, she impales herself on the same sword, dying in his arms as Snow falls like ashes. The king, though grateful, bows to law. Assassins must die. Nameless accepts execution by a hail of arrows, his body honored as a hero's. The empire rises from his sacrifice, Qin conquering all, birthing China. Yet the film lingers on the cost love lost, ideals bent for all under heaven. This wuxia epic masterfully layers Rashomon-like narratives, each color-coded to evoke emotion, blending breathtaking martial choreography with profound meditations on power, loyalty, and the price of peace.